German leather fashion since 1954. Quality garments from the very beginning. Our constant challenge is to produce the lightest leather clothing in the world to meet our clients' highest requirements. We are able to achieve this goal by innovating in production techniques, employing highly qualified staff, and demanding the very best from our suppliers. Our well-recognized quality is based not only on our modern designs, but also on the whole production process, starting from the fresh skins all the way through to the finished garment. Achieving the top standards we are proud of today is all part of a process which began many years ago. Uruguay is located in South America, between Brazil and Argentina. Its climate and geography, similar to that of Australia and New Zealand, are most adequate for sheep breeding. Because of this, its sheepskins are ranked amongst the best. This was the main reason why Christ decided to establish itself and invest here. In 1982, Christ started its activity with the setting up of a production plant in the city of Montevideo. In order to ensure high-quality leather, Christ started the Torial Tannery about 30 kilometers outside Montevideo in 1987. In the year 2000, the administration offices and the production plant were moved to the new location of Torial. This is a state-of-the-art factory with an annual production of more than 2 million skins. There are presently 400 people working in its different areas: tannery, garment production, and administration. A key factor in the company's philosophy is to encourage and promote excellence on the job and in all the working areas. Uruguay has vast areas of natural pastures which are ideal for the breeding of livestock. Due to climatic factors, a small percentage of newborn lambs die. These skins are gathered in the fields and hung on the wire fences to dry out. Torial sends classifiers to inspect them wherever they are available. Once selected, they are transported to the plant, where they are stored in sheds to be reclassified and sorted into different categories. The wet section, also called the beam house, is the soul of every tannery. In the first stage of the process, the skins are soaked and washed. Later, they are fleshed, cleaned, and pickled. They are left to stand for a week at the pickling storehouse. During the tanning process, the perishable skin is transformed into lasting leather. The real tanning process takes approximately 23 hours. During this time, different technical controls take place. Each tannery has its own methods, and this is where the definite difference stands: Christ lightweight lamb skins. After the tanning, the leather is pressed through a setting out machine in preparation for drying. The temperature and humidity of Uruguay is ideal for the natural drying of the skins, an important factor which raises the quality of the final product. Once dried, they are moistened again to be placed on the staking machine. This gives the leather maximum softness. Thereafter, the skins are graded according to their properties and stored in crust. Absolutely every single skin is chemically cleaned to remove all traces of natural grease before dyeing. There must be a careful selection of the dyes to be used in order to guarantee a good resistance to light and therefore avoid fading. dyeing stage is of key importance during the leather process. A high level of experience in the selection of colors and the formulation of techniques must be applied. This is why only the best aniline colors are used. Once the leather has been dyed, it is dried in a machine that was developed by Christ in cooperation with German technicians and engineers. It stretches the leather to its maximum size, but allowing it to retain enough humidity for the next stages without losing its natural shine. Finally, the skins are treated with C3, which makes them waterproof. Then, they are sprayed with a Napa finish called puntata. This is another exclusive development by Christ, which protects the leather from humidity and dirt. At the same time, it makes the leather resistant for dry cleaning and gives it a soft and natural touch. After almost 4 weeks in process, the skins finally arrive at the measuring machine. A barcode is placed on every single piece containing specific information, which gives each skin its own identity. Christ designs and patterns are developed in Germany by a group of international designers under the direction of Walter Christ. The patterns and other technical information are sent to Torial. These are automatically cut out using a so-called plotter. The production begins by grading the leather according to its different color tones and other quality criteria. A lambskin jacket, for example, needs approximately 55 skins, and a full-length overcoat approximately 65. Care must be taken to match the same color throughout the whole garment. This task can only be carried out by highly qualified staff who are able to match the different tones appropriately. The cutter refines this grading by separating the skins for the front and back part, as well as the sleeves. The distribution of the leather, the laying out of the patterns, and the cutting itself are handcrafted jobs which do not lend themselves to an automated process. At Torial, there is constant in-company training for the staff, with knowledge being passed on to the new generations. The quality control of Christ is very strict. Standards are checked at each stage of the process, from the cutting through to the final piece of clothing. During the manufacturing of the garments, absolute manual precision is required. The quality of every single Christ style is carefully controlled, and each task is previously stipulated in a work plan. Torial seeks to unify top-level workmanship with new industrial production methods. When all the parts have been sewn together, the garment is ready to be ironed and then transported automatically to the finishing section. Once finished, each piece of clothing is individually checked in detail to meet the strictest quality regulations. The very last control is done at the warehouse, where the garment is examined inside and out. Finally, the garments are weighed and packed for export throughout the world. In keeping with the Christ environmental policy, Torial first constructed the water treatment plant before establishing the tannery. This is not very usual. The factory has an environmental management policy that is in accordance with the top European standards. The tannery's effluents are treated in 3 different stages: mechanically, through microfilters and aeration; chemically, by purification; and finally by its corresponding biological process in 3 large lagoons. Every day, the quality of the wastewater is checked by our chemical engineers using modern technology. The best proof of success of our efforts is the rich fauna that has chosen the last of these lagoons with its regenerated water for its habitat. It is no wonder that Torial has won many international prizes for its unique treatment of industrial waste. In accordance with the environmental policies of the company and trying to use other energy resources, in 2004, Torial, together with the German Development Cooperation, started utilizing solar energy with a modern solar equipment. With its help, the fuel consumption has been reduced by approximately 20%. Furthermore, in 1997, tree plantations had already been started in the fields behind the tannery, with the purpose of substituting the use of fossil fuels for renewable energy sources in the near future. An environmental policy for the coming generations.
It is our daily challenge to produce leather and shearling garments of unique quality and thereby impress our customers always with new ideas. Therefore, the protection of the environment is our highest priority. We have to take on an ethical and ecological commitment towards the coming generations.